Hello, what is up, people? Had to get myself a ice cold beverage, meaning one I had left on the table in the other room and that I forgot to grab, but it's a Dr. Pepper zero sugar cream soda. I forgot I didn't like these ones as much as the strawberries and cream, but it's okay, it's still pretty good. Alright, where were we? Caterpillar cakes. So we have Slinky here. I'm just gonna keep on moving with Slinky. We're gonna do another clipping mask to do these stripes here. I'll recolor everything and make it the correct color. You know what I should do? Oh, I can't do two clipping masks, that's the thing. Is I need to do the top as its own thing. Okay, I'll figure this out. I'll just be careful. I'll just draw carefully. Man. It would be great if I could do two, like a clipping mask of a clipping mask. That would be amazing. I'm sure you can do that in Photoshop or something, but this isn't Photoshop, is it? It's Procreate, so there's limitations. So we work within our limitations, and we make it work. There we go. I think this should cover up all of the top. Let's take a peeky peek. Let's hide that layer. It's pretty good. I gotta do a little bit of cleanup on the edges, but what's new? It is just this brush where there's just a little bit of messiness, which I like, but not too much. Not too much. Alright. Just making sure all my stuff is open and correct. Should be good. Make sure my music's not too loud. Put it down right around here. I think that should be good. Not that anybody's watching but me anyway, but you know. For when people do show up, because they tend to, at least a couple of people tend to. And if not, I want to draw these caterpillar cakes anyway. I will get to other things that are not caterpillar cakes, I promise, but these have been on the brain. I feel like I'm still, part of my brain is still in the UK a little bit, even though it's been a whole month now since I was there. Wow. Time flies. Feels like yesterday. So I've had these little guys on the brain. And British comedy anyway. So I've been watching more of Taskmaster. Watching season 3 of that. Earlier. Literally like 5 minutes before I started the stream. All of it's on YouTube apparently. Nobody told me this. But now I know, and I'm watching all of it. Let's just do another random color to do the front of the box. The front doesn't have any design on it, I don't think. At least in my design, it doesn't have any design on it. So we'll stick to that. Okay, that should be good. Beautiful. Not too much cleanup needed on the front. There we go. And if it's just me, talking to myself and drawing caterpillar cakes for 2 hours, so be it. I'm hoping to make decent progress on these. I've made 5 different documents. Like, I just copied this document 5 times. So each one can have its own set of layers or whatever, and then I can flatten it and I can move them all like as a group image to one canvas or whatever I want to do with them for a print or what have you. Or group pictures of all the caterpillar characters together, I think would be very cute. So I'm scheming on that. I just wanted to make sure they were high enough resolution. Before the stream I was like, oh shoot, because I tend to, when I'm doing these like sketch canvases, I'll just default to whatever the default Procreate size is, which is just the screen size of the iPad. Which is fine for sketching, but for final art you want it to be high resolution. So I was like, oh no, do I have to move all those layers of Slinky over and size them up and redo them on like an 8.5 by 11? But apparently I thought far enough ahead, and this whole canvas is 8.5 by 11, 300 DPI. So that should be big enough. Like, I feel like the box Slinky might be a little small for what I want to do, because really it should fill up most of the canvas, but it's okay if Slinky's like the guinea pig of them. I also need to add the candies on the back of Character Slinky. So let's do that before I forget. I want to rip off the pattern that was on the rough sketch. So let's reduce the opacity here. Beautiful. And then just do a solid color for now and then recolor in a minute. The same pattern of candy is just a little bit more clean and polished. Slightly. We don't want perfect ovals or anything like that. Heaven forbid. A little bit of texture, a little bit of unevenness makes it cuter, I think. I am liking having long nails or fake nails again, but I hate how they clack on the iPad screen. I hope maybe the mic doesn't pick it up. Maybe it's ASMR if it does, for people watching. But it gets on my own nerves, so maybe I should do shorter nails next time. It's such a dilemma. I hate having short nails, but I hate the click of the... I don't know. I gotta brainwash myself into liking it that it's ASMR or something. Maybe with the paper like screen protector it would be better, because it would just feel like a soft tab. Maybe I need to get one of those again. Alright, Alpha Lock. It is Saturday as well instead of Friday. I was kind of busy yesterday. Oops. This is what I get for putting no effort into consistent stream scheduling. This is entirely my fault. That's okay. I am getting these beautiful caterpillar cakes done, whether anyone's watching me or not. And if nobody is here, maybe I'll just call it an hour in and work on these on my own time off stream. Get them done a lot faster, perhaps. Perhaps. My work is slowing down, question mark, a little bit. I'm getting through a lot on my my freelance to-do list this weekend and week, which is good news. I'm hoping now that the weather's starting to heat up, I'll be free on our first like 80-degree day, so I'll be able to actually enjoy it. Still too early to go to the beach, unfortunately. Lake Michigan is only swimmable for about 2 weeks a year, and they're both like in August, so a ways to go. Let's make this one pink, this one yellow, and then do we want two blue? I guess I'll do two white next to each other. No, I don't like how this one's on the white frosting and you can't see it. I guess this one would be two. Let's make this one green. You know, let's make this one yellow. Okay, I think that's a good enough variety. Let us do the same on Cake Slinky. Just pick some colors. I'm gonna roughly base the colors I pick on the little drawing up here. Just color picking and plopping in. These big ones are green. A couple green down here. Green one down here. Let's do yellow. Baby blue. I think next week I'll do a request stream to get back to doing what the people want instead of just what I want. But it is admittedly pretty fun to just work on what I want to work on stream. It's fun. Make this one pink too. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now the cake slinky needs some white chocolate drizzle. That's what he needs. Is it on the sketch at all? It has to be. Let's lower the opacity of all this so I can see where I put the drizzle. Let's get some of that drizzle going on wee Slinky. Have to do some careful erasing after. I need a photo of real life Slinky. Cakes. Where'd my Slinky pic go? There he is. Yeah, that looks pretty good. He just needs a couple drizzles of white chocolate. Maybe one more behind. There we go. Let's increase the opacity of everything else underneath. And then carefully... We'll leave this because I need to do some stuff with that. And the top of the box I need to do as well. Listen, if nobody really turns up, I'll just do Slinky and leave. And then do the rest on my own time. That's fine. Okay, I think that looks okay. Now the inside of the box should be a different color so I can actually see what I'm doing. Let's do the green, but a little bit darker. Have to fix that and make that white at the tippy top for his name. Beautiful. Maybe I don't love that color of green with the brown. Maybe I want a little bit more blue. A little bit darker than this though, so a little bit darker, a little bit more saturated, and a little bit more blue. Does that look okay with the cake? I think so. Maybe I need a richer brown for the cake color. Maybe a little more saturated, chocolatey. That looks alright. Looks a little bit better on the green, I think. It's a little like a richer, darker, deeper brown. I think that's pretty good. Alrighty. So we have our front, which we can just finish that off by making that green. We'll have the light coming from on all of these. I want it to be consistent. I want the light on their face, so I'm imagining there's a light in front, like real soft light hitting the front of the box. So the top would be kind of light, getting darker at the back. This would be the darkest side, and the front would be the lightest side. I'm gonna keep this in mind for my lighting. Let's do the front of the box a little bit lighter and brighter than the actual color then. So a little bit more yellow, perhaps. Ooh, or maybe it should be really close to the true box color. Maybe a little bit of both, so blend it in a little bit. You want a little bit of texture anyways, even with a smooth box. A little bit of variation in color. Then maybe add a little more yellow and a little bit of blue-ish. That's like the same value. Just to kind of zhuzh it up a little. There, I think that's alright. And let's fill this in for now just with the solid green color. Let's maybe tint it a little bit. That. Well, if the light's warm, the shadow would be cool, right? So, something like that. And I think the top of the box would be the most accurate color. Like, not dark, not light, just true to the box. Maybe make the back or the side a little bit darker. Like that much darker. Okay, I think that'll look good. Let me hide the sketch layer to see how that looks. That's looking pretty good. What is the layer that's underneath it that's like... Is it this? Okay, it's this. I kept this, I think, as a guide point for the butterflies and stuff, but I'm gonna hide it for now because I can just use the sketch. Okay. Now we need a clipping mask on the side of the box, so we can do these decorative lines, and similarly I'll lower the opacity on the top so we can keep in mind how that would connect to that clipping mask, which I'll make in a minute. So let's just do a random color that's real bright so I can see what I'm doing. I said so I can see what I'm doing. Make the opacity a little bit fuller. I know the butterflies overlap the lines. Maybe I need to make that overlap a little more obvious. Otherwise it'll just be like an awkward tangent or just like barely touching the side of it or something. I think that works for these lines. That works for the little bubbles. That works for the little bubbles here. That works here. Okay. Now the butterflies we'll do on another clipping mask. We'll do... They're yellow. I'm gonna move this one down. Now these have like little white chocolate lines that go on them too, so they should have their own clipping mask, but I'm just gonna lock in their color and then just draw on the layer while it's alpha locked. We're gonna have that more obviously go over the line, I think. There we go. And similarly, we'll do another imperfect, cute, chubby little yellow butterfly up here. Beautiful. Oh, and those bubbles should just be solid candies, huh? Ooh, that is a wild color. Maybe needs to be toned down a little bit. I'm sure it'll look better with the green and everything. And this is the side of the box, so everything will be slightly darker and more blue anyway when I recolor it, but it just looks crazy right now. But all colors are relative. Alright, let's just fill in these bubbles, because these are going to be solid. For some reason I thought they were like... Are they? Let me look at the... Oh, they're solid. The pictures are on the OBS screen, not on my actual screen. They are solid. Okay, cool. Solid. Is this on the same layer? Okay, good. Is it? Yeah. Beautiful. And then we will do the same on the top of the box. Do a clipping mask. I don't think there's any butterflies that I put on the top anyway. Gotta make sure these lines kind of link to the side of the box ones. There we go. That one's okay. That one's okay. That's better. That one's okay. One more. Good. Do a couple little candies. candy here, little candy there. Now let's make these stripes the same color from our little sampler at the top. Like a little mini palette at the top. This candy should be pink, pink, and then yellow. This one and this one. That looks so much better already. And then Alpha Lock, we'll do the same over here. Except we'll do slightly more saturated, darker, and bluer. Because these will be slightly in shadow compared to the top of the box. Same with the pink color. I'm gonna get more saturated, darker, and bluer. Not that blue, maybe just make it like gray like that. Let's see if that looks any good. We'll see when we up the opacity if that worked or not. Did I not fill this one in? I don't think so. Let's fix that real quick. Okay, yellow, same thing. A little bit bluer. Okay, and then we'll do white, but a little muted and a little gray blue like that. And that'll be the white candies on the side here. 3 of them. Then our butterflies, I'm gonna keep them yellow, but maybe like desaturated a little bit so they're not so bright and shiny. We'll see how that looks in a second before I add the white chocolate drizzle to the wings. And then last but not least, the pink on the little butterflies here. Just cool it off and saturate it a little bit. Okay, and then let's see how all those colors look together with this box. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I feel like I need to make the side a little bit less dark though. Just brighten it up a smidge. That's better. There we go. Same with the top of the box. I might want to smooth out some of the white chocolate a little bit, because I love the texture of the dry brush, don't get me wrong. But I think for the white chocolate it should look a little bit smoother. So just filling in some of the gaps. And like little stuff, like the little white areas in the cake, I want to refine a little bit. I want to clean it up a little. I do love this texture. I like it on the candies. It makes it look a little bit more edible to me. I don't know. The fact that it's not perfectly smooth, which seems the opposite of food design in like every mobile app where there's like candy or whatever. It's very smooth and shiny and there's not a single texture going on the candy. Maybe something glassy even. It's that smooth. That's like the only texture you see with candy. I don't know. I think maybe it's because the rest of the image is kind of fuzzy too. It makes it feel real within the world of the picture. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking to talk. This is what happens when it's just me talking to myself for an hour. A half hour now. But I think if I can get this done and then character Slinky, I think that would be pretty good for an hour, and then I can just call it and come back next week and actually do stuff people want to see and do it on a Friday with some notice. And not a Saturday. when the weather's so nice and it's, you know, still, the sun's still outside, I think, at least here. I don't know, the curtains have been closed for a minute, so. What time does the sun go down anymore? I think closer to 8, huh? Alright. Let's do... Oh, I can't do a clipping mask for that because it's already a clipping mask. Okay, first, I want to fix the shape there. It just had a little, like, bite taken out of the wing. A little chomp. I think that works. Maybe tint that a little bit more yellow. Where's the yellow from the top of the box? Okay, I think that reads more yellow. Because it's literally more yellow. Okay. I think that looks okay. Ooh, wrong brush, girl. Wrong brush. I think that looks good. Okay, now I think that's good enough for me to add a quick white chocolate drizzle. Like that. Maybe I'll make it actually white or like a cream color. So it's not pure white, but it still reads white. I think that looks good. Yeah, that's coming across correctly to me. Okay, and now the front of Slinky's body. Let's use the round render. We'll make this a little bit softer. We'll soften up the front here, where the light's hitting. And similarly, we'll brighten up this orange just at the bottom of it, maybe, or like in the middle. Just lighten them up a little bit. The orange I think is pretty iconic, so I don't want to mess with it too much. Is it okay that he goes like right to the edge of the box like that? Oh, I want to fix his nose. That's really bugging me right now. How it dents in right here. There, that's better. Maybe I don't want it that pronounced. Because this very saturated pumpkin orange I think is very iconic. I'll bring that in a little bit. He's got like this Morticia Addams face glow going on, I think, with the lighter orange in the middle. Okay, I think that still looks like Slinky. I do want to make this tone like richer here. Let's bring in some like red or something. Yeah, richer chocolate. There we go. It's not so gray looking. It looks edible now. I think that looks good. Okay, I think Slinky's coming along. I'm not crazy about the color of the inside of the box. I guess the inside would be gray, huh? So maybe we'll make it like just gray. I don't know. Maybe darker than that. I'll just mess with grays until it looks good with the chocolate and the green. Maybe like this. That's not too bad. Something real neutral like that. Maybe it's darker when it gets further into the box like that. Oh, that's better. I do like that. Now, this white part will clean up a little bit. Whoa. Why is it like this where it's... Oh, it's because that's on top of that. So, okay. So if I paint with brown on top of that, will that fix it? I just want to clean up the edge right here on this like white part where it's got his name. Just want to tidy that up a little bit. That seemed to do the trick. Just real delicately go in and cover up just the spots I want to cover up. I think that works okay. Okay, beautiful. Now, hold on, I want to check something really quick. Okay, I was just checking my audio situation. Anywho, not that it matters. No, literally nobody's watching right now. Hello, hello. It's fine. I have freedom to do this slinky as I see fit. I will have finished a caterpillar cake by the end of this stream. Just one, though. Just the one. I think box slinky is looking pretty good, so we're going to move on to character slinky. We're going to do that same warm, rich highlight color on top. I think we'll have the light coming from, like, hitting his face. Just hitting the face light from slightly up above, I think, is the move for both character and box caterpillars. And I do want to add, I think, some different tones in the chocolate on the actual caterpillar. Like maybe like a purple in there. I want the chocolate to look very rich. Get an orange kind of tone in there. Even a blue. Just on the edges. I want this chocolate to look very rich and tasty, even if it's literally a grocery store cake, and apparently not even the best one. Not even close to the best one. Slinky's apparently one of the worst ones, but I want it to look good, you know? I want it to look tasty. Beautiful. I think that looks pretty good from my end. That looks rich. I think I'll do an overlay layer over everything too to add a little something something. Alright, the white chocolate layer is okay. I think maybe just the same thing I did to the other one where I just need to actually I don't want to make this a clipping mask because I want the edges to kind of go around the edge of the cake and make it look a little more 3D. I want it to wrap around the cake. But what I was trying to say before I lost my train of thought immediately, filling in some of the holes. Like I did with the white chocolate on the box version of Slinky. I don't want that to overlap that. Maybe push this out a little bit. Or I could just move the candies around, but I like this way better. I don't know. I was already in the middle doing it. Just didn't want that. Ooh, the big white ones at like the intersection of two white chocolate trails. I hate that. Okay. Maybe if I add a little shadow to it, I'll hate it less. So I'll add a little shadow to the white candy. I think that'll fix my qualm with it. Or I'll, you know what, even easier. I will make this one yellow. This one white. This one white. No, that one's touching too. Let's make this one green. Then I got two big greens next to each other. I like the green better than the light blue though, so I think that's fine. I kind of hate the light blue on the white too, but whatever. That's fine. It's fine. It's random when they put the sprinkles on the cake in real life, so it can be kind of random on my drawing too. It's fine. I just didn't want the white on the white. You couldn't see the candy, the sprinkle. It was killing the vibe. I hate that this one's like, this one's making a tangent. Okay, I'm just gonna move this one over. Because it's like right on the line. Just scooch it over a little. Perfecto. It needs to obviously be on top of the white chocolate or completely off of it. None of this just touching the edge thing. We don't want no tangents. I'm sure there's plenty that I'm missing, but if I notice it, I'm taking care of it. I think that's fine that that's like directly on top of the chocolate. All right, again, we want a thickness wrapping around the caterpillar. This should come out a little bit more as well. You really want it wrapped up close. Just fill in some more of these holes. There we go. Okay, he's coming along. Next we need to, I want to do a clipping mask for the bottom of his shoes, just this little strip. So I want to add some dimension to these sneakies. These sneaks. I don't remember if I had lines on like the front part of the shoe or the back part of the shoe or whatever. I'll go check that on the sketch in a second here. See what other detail I wanted to add to the shoes. If there was any. I think that should be fine actually because they're so simple. But let me see if I had done something on the sketch. Let me bring the sketch on top of all this. Oh yeah, I just did a simple line for the front of the shoe. So I guess I'll do one more clipping mask. And just do like just the front part, the toe. I'll do as its own color, and I'll just make it a slightly different shade of off-white. I think that should look fine. Should add a little dimension to these shoes. Like right here. All right. We'll do pure white for the toes and then maybe like grayish blue for like this light shadow dusting at the bottom. We'll do slightly darker gray for the bottom of the shoes. And we'll do the same on this shoe down here. Except we'll probably make that darker, actually. Because it's behind him. Make this bit darker as well. Actually, we're going to push this whole shoe in a little bit. Like that. It's kind of hidden a little more. Okay, that looks cute. And then maybe a slightly off-white for the backs of the shoe, like that. Yeah, it's very subtle, but there's a little bit of dimension there. A little bit. And we'll do, let's just do gray for the shoelaces. We'll do 2 shades of gray. Was it, where's the layer with, oh, right here, right underneath. The other layer of shoelaces. Beautiful. I think with the gray that works. That works well for me. And then we just need to do his face and the lines, and then we're done with Slinky. And then I might be done with the stream since nobody tuned in. which is entirely my fault. I'm like, yeah, I'll stream Saturday instead of Friday, and I won't tell anyone, and it'll be the same thing I've been doing for 3 weeks and not anybody's requests. So, you know, this is this is how professional I am at streaming, everyone. I'll get the hang of it one day. I've been saying for 2 years. All right. But hey, I got something done on my personal art to-do list, so I consider that a win regardless. Alright. I gotta fix the eye. There's like a weird little chunk of red down here, I think from coloring in the nose. And some little holes in the eyes that we don't want. I think it's okay if the eye is not perfect. Like some of these edges are a little jagged, the pupil's a little wonky, but zoomed out it looks cute. I think maybe I want to make this, the right pupil, a little bit bigger. Slightly. I always go way too big with the pupils, but I think that's okay. I think he looks okay. We're going to add a little bit of a subtle, soft highlight to the nose. I didn't want to do it on the cake because I think it looks more like flat, edible cake on the cake without a highlight, but I think for the character it looks cute. Oh, that's what happened with the eye. A little bit red. I think that's cute. I think he's such a cute little guy. Slinky. What a guy. What a man, what a man. What a mighty good man. Alright. And I forgot to do that on the cake version. Bring back the cake. Is just make this line, whoa, not that color. Not erase it. Just make it orange, tone it down a little. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And the Slinky text should be black, but I don't like that it's black. You know what I mean? Let's make it like dark green. Just take it back a little bit. There, that way his eyes are the highest contrast thing in the picture instead of the text. The text is important. You need to know his name is Slinky, but okay, we're gonna hide all this stuff. Let's make the background color white. There's the man himself. Alright, I kind of want to add a shadow underneath his toes just so you can see him. He's walking here, you know. Add a little shadow under him. I don't know if this composition is the best for posting on social media with the box and everything, but I'm going to leave it for that the way it is right now, for now. I want to finish the other cakes before I go posting any of them to social media. Wait, why is this showing up? Okay, this needs to be higher than this. Okay, something was amiss. I think this blue. I don't know. I want to be able to see the shoes, but I don't want it to be too dark. I don't know. I think that kind of works, though. There's a slight, subtle shadow. Let's see if I can move the box one around a little bit. Where's the box group? Here? Maybe if I put him over here. Yeah, it's not the ideal format for posting on social media. Here, while I'm sitting here playing around with it, let's just duplicate it. See if I can stack them vertically on top of each other. I think that might work better, like this, and then have the box on bottom and Slinky on top. I have a vision, okay? Let's take the whole group, rotate, stick him up here, or like maybe here, and then we'll do the box. Hold up, let me cook. Oh, this is all within giant mega group of Slinky. Okay. The box group is here. Slinky. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think this is working. I just need to move the character Slinky up top. And maybe I should write Slinky somewhere, but I kind of like that it's just simple. It's just the box and the man himself. I'm going to fix tiny little errors, like I like some of the spots in here, as usual, but Too many is kind of upsetting to the eyes to me, so I'm gonna fill out some. Mainly the inside ones, like, I don't like too many of them inside. Sample some of these, like, different tones, the purples and reds that I threw in here, blues. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, that looks better even zoomed out. I think I want to add a noise layer because it makes everything look better. Overlay. Like this much? This much. Ooh, maybe that's a little much. Like 30. That looks good. That looks good. And then let me try a texture layer for the heck of it. Let me just add something. Just black texture. I want to get some crunchy bits and holes and stuff all over. Just want to add something. A little something. Let's just try this. The overlay. Ooh, that fries him. That deep fries him a little bit. So maybe real subtle like that. I don't want to mess with the colors too much. That makes them kind of too dark. But maybe something like this. Though I could also tint it, make it pink. Warm up the picture a little bit. And then... oh, I kind of like that. This is cute. And then what I've been doing lately is doing a value check to make sure I can see what's going on. So let's do color. All right, is anything obviously blending into anything else? I think the values are okay. I think I can tell what everything is in the picture. The shoes are the hard thing, but I want to keep them white. So maybe let's make that shadow under him a little bit darker. Where is it? Right here? Let's just bring it down. See, already those shoes are much easier to read. So I want to make this a little bit darker. There, I think it looks okay value-wise. Take that off. All right. We can see the man himself. There he is. It's been an hour of me talking to myself drawing Slinky. I think that's enough for me. So I'm gonna sign this, and then there will be my social media posts. Oh, I've been trying a new signature. Let me try that. Instead of the all caps, let me try something. I think it'll look cute with Slinky anyway. Trying lowercase out recently. With like these little doodads on the end of the letters. It'd be funny if somebody tuned in right now. I don't know if I like those A's or if I like... Nah, I like the funky A's better. And then a little swirly for the eye thing. I'm trying that out. Maybe move it over a little bit. It kind of looks like a little caterpillar or something anyway. Whatever. I think that's fine. Let's line it up with the edge of the box, kind of, like there. Is that a good place for a signature? I don't know. I don't know anymore. That's fine. If people want to AI it, they're going to AI it. There's nothing you can stop people from doing. Who's going to steal my art of Slinky? Hello? But you never know. There could be Slinky fans out there wanting to make prints or something. But there's Slinky. For anybody who's watching this later, I did finish Slinky on stream, so I accomplished something in the hour that I was live and nobody else saw me. I could just delete this whole stream and nobody would ever know. Like, oh, when did you finish Slinky? In my own time. I could literally just nuke the whole stream and it would be totally fine. Yeah, I guess I'll see you all next week. To anybody watching this replay for any reason. I'll see you all next week. Maybe I'll finish the caterpillar cakes on my own time off stream. Maybe this is a sign people are over the caterpillar cakes and to do something more for the audience next week and get back into the groove of that, taking requests and stuff. I've just been talking to myself for an hour, so I'm gonna get off the computer and go talk to other people, I guess, online.